Big Tone, you just had a little easy Sunday morning going. You got any easy like Sunday morning for the gram, bro?
Easy like Sunday morning.
Whoa!
If you want to see daily clips, check out RVing with Andrew Steele on Instagram.
Big Tone.
Today was good, you know. We got a few coaches done, you know. Now we're relaxing. Now it's time for some dinner.
To me, the life that I'm living right now is like winning the lottery. Literally, I've been a snowbird since I was 27 years old. I've been able to travel all over the country following the coolest events, meeting the coolest people, detailing the coolest cars and RVs. This is as good as it gets, in my opinion. Today, I want to tell you how making a wrong turn ended up leading to me living a life cooler than I could have ever imagined. So you guys see us clowning around up here, having a good time, and I want to tell you guys today how I got here. In 2011, I was working in Arizona in the mobile detail business. I was just getting my business going, and it was really tough times. And one of my buddies, actually, his name is Jamin. I'm going to give him a call here shortly to have him give you his side of this whole story. But he was helping me out, and I knew that we were not going to have enough work in the summer of Arizona. All the snowbirds leave. It was really hot. It was really hard to make money in the mobile detailing business in Arizona in the summer. So I had started to get more into the RV sides. Originally, I had been doing work at RV dealerships, and it wasn't as profitable. And then I had started working in RV resorts and really enjoyed it. So I started asking people, hey, where are you guys all heading to? I know everybody's leaving, but where do you go in the summer? And where are some places that there's a lot of RV parks and not a lot of RV detailers? So a few people said the Black Hills, South Dakota. I got on Google, I looked up RV parks. There was RV parks all over the place. And then I looked up mobile detailers, and there was nobody up here washing RVs that I knew of at that time. So a buddy of mine, I told him, listen, I don't know if we're going to be able to make any money up here. I don't know what the deal is. And actually, later on in that summer, he actually ended up loaning my business money just to keep it going because we were struggling so much that first summer. So right now, I'm on the phone with my buddy Jamin that was actually with me in the summer of 2011 when we made the decision to leave Arizona and come to South Dakota. Jamin, what happened that summer leading up to that wrong turn that we made?
We had come up in June, and we rented a place in a basement, and it rained out all of June so bad. We had one real bad rain that actually flooded our basement. So then we go out and buy an Airstream travel trailer.
So we loaded my Rottweiler in the van. Me and one of my buddies, we rented a basement in Rapid City, South Dakota, and that was June of 2011. And if you look at the weather history, there was a ton of rain that year, and the basement that we were living in actually flooded. And we had nowhere to go. I had a Rottweiler with me. We had nowhere to go, and our landlord wasn't really helping us at all. He was at a wedding in the Bahamas or something. We had no way of getting a hold of him, and I had to go into debt, basically, to buy an Airstream trailer.
For $8,000 that we didn't have. So we went into debt, posted up at a park, and it still continued to rain. Even into July there. We were striking out left and right.
We wanted to have a successful summer where we could come up here, make a little bit of money, and be okay, but it wasn't going that way. We got flooded, and now we had to go into debt to buy this old Airstream trailer, which actually ended up becoming an awesome project, and that's a whole nother story. So we bought this old Airstream trailer and put it at Happy Holiday RV Resort in Rapid City, South Dakota, a really nice park right across from Reptile Garden. The management of the park was super nice. They gave us a really good deal on a site for the whole summer. We parked that Airstream there, and we got a little bit of work there, but it wasn't the amount of work that we needed and what we were charging. We were barely charging anything, and we were
coming out of the recession in Arizona. So we were just humble and really happy to work for whatever we could get at that time, and still just weren't getting enough work. My buddy was in it too. He was my buddy Jamin. He was invested in this thing too. So we wanted to have a successful summer where we could come up to South Dakota, make a little bit of money.
And finally, we got a call. It was just before Sturgis, I believe. We got a call up in Sturgis, so we thought, all right, this is our chance to get in. You know, we loaded up the van, headed out, and we missed that exit. And we were trying to make a good impression because it was our first job we had in Sturgis, and you know, this was our only hope of salvaging the summer and hopefully at least getting out of debt.
Sturgis Rally came along, and it was time where we were going to actually have to make some money and hopefully maybe make enough money to dent this debt that we just went into to purchase this Airstream trailer, this old 1991 Airstream trailer. So I did a cash advance on a credit card. Who knows, you know, what interest rate I paid, but it was survival instinct. So I got a cash advance on a credit card, had this old Airstream parked down at Happy Holiday, and we were getting a couple of calls. And man, some of these guys were grinding us. They were beating us up.
So we missed our exit, and the next one was 10 miles down the road. I believe you called. Was it Mr. or something?
Yeah,
the guy that we were supposed to. Yeah, guy from Chicago. We were supposed to detail his RV in Sturgis there. So Andy calls him up, lets him know we're running late. We missed our exit, and he understood that the next exit was 10 miles down the road. We were going to be 20, 30 minutes late, and he didn't mind at all. And so we exited and spearfished, and there it was, just a park full of full body paint, Prevost buses, stacker trailers, and Andy's like, we got to go through this park. And I was like, all right.
But we were happy to work, and we were actually going up to Sturgis. We had a job in Sturgis that I vaguely remember, but I remember the guy was kind of a grinder, and you know, we were still happy. He had a coach and stacker trailer, and kind of the mentality that, boy, were we lucky to be able to wash his RV. And it was cool. We were lucky because it was keeping gas in the fuel tanks. But we were driving from Rapid City to Sturgis, which is exit 52 all the way up to exit 30, and we were actually more off of exit 45 and even further south than that. So it was a 45-minute drive just to Sturgis from where we were. And for whatever reason, we were talking and missed the turn on exit 30, and I'm like, oh shoot, we missed the turn. And I told Jamin, I said, you know what, maybe this happened for a reason, you never know. So we're driving, and the next exit is exit 23, 7 miles up for Whitewood, South Dakota, and we're just chatting away, and for whatever reason, I miss another turn. And I'm like, I could get mad right now, but you know what? For some reason, I missed that turn. The next exit was exit 17, which is where Elkhorn Ridge is. And we could see as we got off the interstate that this park was packed with full-body painted rigs, all kinds of nice stuff here. And I had dropped my cards off earlier in the summer when we first got to South Dakota, but they must have just gotten thrown in a trash can, and nobody knew who we were, so no big deal.
It was like the very first or second site that we go to. Some guy flags us down and was like, hey, when can you guys wash our bus? And we're like, well, we got a job right there in Sturgis. We'll come back afterwards. And so we went and did Mr. bus, and then we came back to that park, and we were stuck there for the next 10 days, maybe almost 2 weeks, making between a day. We got out of debt. We had some walking around money, and it totally turned our whole summer around. Just that one missed exit. We had no clue that Elkhorn Ridge was even there until we missed that exit. And we turned that summer into a good summer.
We just pulled in here, and literally the first people, they were in site 1 and 2, which ended up becoming the site that I would later stay in. And the guy flagged us down and said, hey, can you wash a coach? And literally we ended up working for like 16 days straight in this park. There was one other company out of Florida that had usually been here and usually had a lot more manpower, but the year before something happened, and for whatever reason they were underpowered, and a lot of people were kind of upset that they couldn't get their coach clean. So we kind of snuck in the crack there and had to negotiate with management. I remember at one point one of the maintenance guys was like, "Hey, you guys can't work here," and I'm like, "Listen, this can be negotiated. Let's work this out."
And Andy's been going back ever since.
Yeah, I ended up actually changing my whole life, that one missed exit. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
man.
crazy.
Well, bro, I really appreciate you telling that story, and you got to come up and visit us, and I want to do a tour of your RV soon, man.
Yeah, absolutely. If I get a chance, I'll come up there.
And I'm really glad that it worked out, because now I've been coming here ever since. This is my 9th summer up here, and that was how I found this park and started working here and got that little taste that first year and have just kept coming back ever since. So now I'm able to bring some of my other friends along for the ride, like my buddy Big Tony here. You enjoying this summer up here so far, bro?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, so really appreciate all of you guys that are subscribing and watching these videos. The Wi-Fi is really slow here, so we're trying to pump out this content as quickly as we can, but there's like a 12 to 24 hour lag from when we film them and edit them until they actually get uploaded. So greatly appreciate all of you. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of cool content coming this summer.
Make sure to subscribe.